Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Rajwant Kaur from DAV College Jalandhar. Today we are going to talk on module Rural Marketing from paper Marketing Management. After completing this module, you will be able to understand the concept of rural marketing, environmental components of rural markets, various rural marketing strategies, various problems faced in rural marketing, and you will be able to suggest how the marketing of the goods be done in rural markets. Rural India has three-fourths of the total population of India, generating 30% of the total income. The prosperity and income of the rural India grew due to green revolution in farming, which leads to a development of agricultural sector, a white revolution in dairy farming, and numerous other developmental activities undertaken by the government for the development of this sector in various 5-year plans. This sector is considered as the untapped market. The rural marketing is a two-way process consisting of a flow of goods from both sides. That is from urban sector to rural sector, like a flow of consumer durables and fast moving consumer goods, and from rural sector to urban sector, that is a flow of agricultural produce such as wheat, rice, sugar, cotton, vegetables, fruits, and many more such things. Thus, a rural marketing concept consists of a flow of goods from urban sector to rural sector and vice versa. Let us now discuss environment of rural markets. The rural market is considered as untapped market by the marketers, as discussed earlier. The development of this sector leads to improvement in standard of living and awareness among the rural people regarding the latest trends and fashion. For best marketing strategy, a marketer has to completely understand the rural marketing environment and various factors involved, such as population, occupation, income levels, literacy rate, awareness level, culture, beliefs, tradition, and many more. So, some of these can be explained as one is population. The population of India living in rural areas is 70% according to the census of 2011, which is more than the population residing in urban areas. Then occupation. Most of the population of the rural areas that is engaged in agricultural activities and other related activities. Income generation of the rural population, it is dependent on agriculture, which depends upon the monsoon pattern. So there are negligible people or less number of people who are engaged in the service sector. Mostly people work related to the agriculture. Then comes income level. About 75% of the rural population is dependent on the agriculture and related activities. So this is basically their source of income. Then comes land use pattern. The agricultural land is used for two types of crops, namely cash crops and commercial crops. Mainly people are engaged in the cash crops. About 30% of the land is used for the commercial crops, and this is done due to the substantive farming culture. Most of the crop produce is used for the self-consumption. The disposable income of these farmers is more. The disposable income of those farmers is more who are engaged in the commercial cropping. Let us now discuss about environment of rural markets, and it includes rural infrastructure, then literacy level, expenditure pattern, development programs, population, occupation, income level, land use pattern. Then comes rural infrastructure. The infrastructure of the rural India has also developed due to numerous schemes and programs of the government like roads, transportation, public distribution system, and many more. Almost all the rural areas are connected by Doordarshan and All India Radio. Also, mostly villages are connected by the roads. Even the corporate world has now taken advantage of the rural market by establishing various outlets in rural India. Literacy level. The literacy level of rural India is improving. Communication in rural markets is not a big problem as almost all the villages have the television, which proves helpful for the marketer to advertise its products. Then comes expenditure pattern. The expenditure pattern of rural population is more towards the non-food items. Then development programs. Due to the implementation of 5-year plans, various developmental programs have been started by the government of India, like integrated rural development programs, hill area development programs, high yielding varieties programs, and many more. And due to these mentioned factors, the rural India market has a great demand for the consumer durable products. The another topic to be discussed is rural demand. Rural consumers, they have different markets for purchasing different types of products, which is called hierarchy of markets. For daily requirements, the rural people buy their goods from village shops, and for weekly purpose, melas are organized from where textiles, cosmetics, soaps, tools, etc. these are purchased. There are also primary agricultural market, secondary markets, and terminal markets from where agriculture produce products. These are purchased and sold. The demand pattern of the rural population, it is seasonal and also widely scattered. Due to low literacy level, the communication is also poor. Let us now discuss about problems in rural marketing. The various problems are like underdeveloped areas and tradition bound people, underdeveloped markets, inadequate communication, widely scattered area. Then there is problem of logistics. There is low literacy level which creates problem in marketing of products. Then another problem is less awareness level and One more important problem in rural marketing is language problem. Then comes rural marketing strategy. The marketing strategy of the rural marketing, it depends upon the type of product sold. So first of all, we discuss the marketing of agricultural inputs. Marketing of agricultural inputs generally includes marketing consumable inputs and durable inputs. Consumable inputs include fertilizers, pesticides, seeds, oils, cattle, etc. And durable inputs include tractors, pump sets, harvesters, bullock carts, etc. So these can be explained as follows. Number one is fertilizers. Due to improvement in agricultural sector like green revolution and other promotional efforts taken by the government, there has been increase in the demand of the fertilizers. Fertilizers consists of nitrogen or phosphate and potassic variable. As the normal promotional tools can't be applied to the promotion of fertilizers, so the fertilizers demonstration in farm fields, harvest melas, then soil testing, farmers training, and many more can be done. Regarding seeds, central and state seed corporations, these have been doing seed production, seed multiplication, and seed marketing. But now private sector has also entered in the seed marketing. The major seed marketers are Pioneer Seeds, ITC, American Hybrid Seeds, etc. Then comes feeds for aqua, cattle, and poultry feeds. Multinational companies and domestic corporations, these are active in rural India. Godrej is a leading player in this market. With the growth of aqua and poultry farming, the seeds have also grown. About agrochemicals, these are the chemicals used for the control of pests, plant diseases, viruses, etc. and insecticides, pesticides, fungicides, etc. Tractors, around 2 lakh tractors are sold every year due to improvement in the farming techniques and modernization of farming sectors. And major tractor suppliers are HMT, Escorts, etc. Then irrigation equipments, these includes pump sets, motors, pipes, and sprinklers. These are the major irrigation equipments which are used in the agriculture, and these are mainly marketed by the private producers. Pump sets are used by all the farmers, but the sprinklers, these are used by the commercial crop farmers. Then comes other machinery and inputs. So other marketed other marketing agricultural equipments are plows, seed drills, harvesters, threshers, sickle, spades, etc. Moreover, diesel and lubricants are also marketed in the rural areas. I am going to discuss about marketing of goods now. Due to improvement in the income levels, literacy levels, and the awareness level of the rural population, the fast moving consumer goods and durables have also gained importance in the eyes of a rural population. Not only these consumer durable products, but also agri-produce, both needs equal importance to be given on marketing now. The marketing of fast moving consumer goods and durables. The marketing of consumer durables and fast moving consumer goods, these have gained due importance in the rural market. Even the rural population have a choice in the fast moving consumer goods. They now opt for branded items such as soaps, detergents, food items, and they have now option and they choose durable products like battery, torch, pressure cookers, bikes, etc. Even the shopkeepers now, shopkeepers of rural areas, they keep enough stock of these items so that when agriculturists go to sell its agricultural produce, at the same time they could buy these items also. The marketing of packaged goods in the rural areas, it is one example is it is done by Hindustan Unilevers. Many items which are sold in the rural areas, these include soaps, detergents, toiletries, cosmetics, etc. Even the manufacturers, they are following the policies and making their products more affordable in the rural areas. One such example is like Pepsi. They have launched Chota Pepsi for just of worth rupees 5 only in rural areas. And in rural areas, there is one problem, that is the imitation. It has increased in the rural areas. So branded products imitation is more. It is most common in the rural areas. Marketing of agricultural produce. The most important is the marketing of agricultural produce for the rural population. This will generate the disposable income for the rural people. Thus, the need for efficient rural agriculture market is needed, is required rather, where the agricultural produce could be sold by the agriculturists at the most effective prices. The main characteristics needed in the agricultural produce which needs to be considered are perishability, bulkiness, dispersed production, seasonal produce, lack of expertise, and wide variety of produce. The produce sold by the farmers is in raw form, which is then processed and resold by the middleman. And for the help of farmers, various primary and secondary agricultural produce markets, these have been established by the government. Even the private sector has joined with the farmers for direct purchase of their agricultural produce. Let us now discuss market segmentation. The rural markets can be segmented on various bases, like on the basis of geographical location, on the basis of socio-economic profile, on the basis of demographic profile. As far as on the basis of geographical location is concerned, the rural markets can be divided as states, districts, cluster of villages, climatic conditions, irrigation facilities, and even on the basis of land holding of the farmer. On the basis of socio-economic profile, the rural markets can be divided as the proprietors of land, rich farmers, small and marginal farmers, craftsmen, artisans, and landless farmers. On the basis of demographic profile, the rural markets can be divided on the basis of population concentration, age-wise, literacy level, and even on the basis of income level. Next, our discussion will beyond marketing communications. The rural marketing environment, it is totally different from that of the environment of urban markets. Thus, the marketing strategies and their communication to the rural people, these need to be given a significant importance and due consideration. The marketing strategies which are designed by keeping in mind the urban population, it could lead to a negative impact on the minds of the rural population if the same are advertised in the rural areas also. Rural area, they have different mindsets entirely, which is different than that of the urban population. Thus, various challenges are to be faced while communicating to the rural consumers, and some of the main challenges are heterogeneity. The communication in rural areas, it is a big challenge due to heterogeneity in the nature of consumers. Moreover, the existence of traditions, culture, and regional languages, these also pose a major challenging task for the rural marketers. The communication pattern of any rural area, it is a part of its culture, which needs to be given due consideration and care, importance, while designing the effective marketing strategy for rural people. Then there is limited media reach. The limited reach to the rural people, it is also a big challenge for the rural marketer. If the message delivered by the marketer, it is not properly communicated to the rural consumers, then this can lead to negative image of the producer. Next is understanding the mindset of rural consumers. Not only the rural communication is hurdle, but also the understanding of nature of the rural consumers, it is also important. The behavioral and psychological features of rural people are also needed to be carefully understood so that the marketing strategy is decided accordingly. Then comes various problems in rural marketing, and one such problem is transportation. Transportation plays a significant role in the movement of products from urban areas to the rural areas. Some remote villages, they are still not connected with the roads to the urban areas, leading to huge problem in the transportation of goods. Although various villages, these are nowadays connected through kacha roads, which also get destroyed in the monsoon season, so it poses a big problem. Even few remote villages, they are not connected through the rail transportation. Thus, transportation, it becomes a major factor of consideration for connecting the remote rural areas to the urban areas to solve the various problems which are faced in rural marketing. There is problem of communication in rural areas. Marketing communication becomes difficult as the literacy level of people in is low in rural areas, so it creates a hurdle for communication as print media cannot be used in these cases. Also, the tradition, culture, and other economic backwardness become a problem in marketing of products in the rural areas. Mostly in rural areas, local languages are spoken, thus, it creates a hurdle for the marketer. One more problem is warehousing. The agricultural produces, it is seasonal in nature, but its demand is made in the whole year. So thus, storage of the perishable produce is a point which needs to be considered. While warehousing the produce, time and quantity constraints need to be considered. The central and state warehousing corporations, these still have not been extended in the rural parts. There is problem of rural markets and sales management, which creates problem. In rural marketing, personal selling is more used as compared to the urban marketing. The rural salesman needs more concentration to guide rural customers to buy the product. The distribution channels of the villages are lengthier as it involves more intermediaries, so it ultimately increase the price of the products. There is inadequate banking facilities, so also there is problem of credit facilities. As the distribution, replenishment of stocks and other facilities, these need finance, so rural marketing becomes difficult due to the shortage of facilities of banking or credit, and due to the inadequate availability of credit facilities, the dealers are not able to provide discounts to the customers. Branding, branding, it is a way of conveying the quality of the product to the customers. Even in rural areas, the local brands are getting popular among the rural people, and due to illiteracy and low awareness level, the rural people are not able to differentiate between the national brands and local brands. Even local brands are selling the products to the customers at the rate slightly less than the national level brands. Packaging, it is also a problem. The small packages are more popular in rural areas. Due to a low level of income, people are not able to afford the large packages. Thus, this needs to be considered while formulating the strategies for the rural markets. So, students, let us now summarize what we have learned in this module. As the rural area covers three-fourths of the total population of India and generating 30% of the total income, this sector is considered as the big storehouse by marketers. They think it as untapped market. Initially, the rural market was considered as the market for agriculture only, but with the developments, this sector is now open and has opportunities for other fast moving consumer goods, consumer durables, and services. The development of the rural sector has led to the improvement in the standard of living and lifestyles of the people. Due to this, even multinational companies, they have started exploring this sector, this rural sector. The rural marketing, it is a two-way process consisting of a flow of goods from both sides, that is from urban sector to rural sector, like flow of goods, consumer durables and fast moving consumer goods, and from rural sector to urban sector, that is a flow of agricultural produce such as wheat, rice, sugar, cotton, vegetables, fruits, and many such things. The development of this rural sector, it has led to the improvement in standard of living and awareness among the rural people regarding latest trends and fashion. For best marketing strategy, a marketer has to completely understand the rural marketing environment and various factors involved in it, such as population, occupation, income levels, literacy rate, awareness level, cultures, beliefs, tradition, and so on. Due to improvement in the income levels, literacy levels, and awareness level in a rural population, fast moving consumer goods and durables, these have gained importance in the eyes of a rural population. The most important is the marketing of agricultural produce for the rural population. So there is a need of efficient rural agricultural market where the agricultural produce could be sold by the agriculturists at the most effective prices. The produce sold by the farmers, it is in a raw form, which is then processed and resold by the middlemen. For the help of farmers, various primary and secondary agricultural produce markets have been established by the government. Even the private sector has joined with the farmers for direct purchase of their agricultural produce. The rural marketing environment, it is totally different from that of the environment of urban markets. Thus the marketing strategies and their communication to the rural people, this needs to be given significant importance. The marketing strategies which are designed by keeping urban population in mind, these could lead to a negative impact on the minds of rural population if the same are advertised in the rural areas also. Rural people, they have entirely different mindset than that of urban people. Thus there is need of designing the strategies for rural marketing according to the rural population. Thank you.